guys, so my braids have been in for a total of 8 weeks. Actually, today marks 8 weeks since these braids have been in. I honestly have enjoyed wearing my boho braids, but there's time for them to come out. So here is a little bit of a close-up of what they look like. You can see they are super frizzy. I have like a halo of frizz going around the top of my head. My scalp is crying. The curls are not even curling anymore. It's a mess. To take down your boho braids, you are going to need a few things: a spray bottle of water, a pre-poo of choice or a conditioner, a clip or a hair tie to section off your hair, a wide tooth comb of your choice, and then of course a pair of scissors. So I won't lie to you, I have no idea how I'm going to take these out. I don't know if I should cut the curly pieces out first or if I should try to unbraid it with the curly pieces in. I think I need to cut it out. Okay, let's try one. So I'm going to start with the back. So starting with the very back, I am going to cut this. I don't even know how far up to cut. My hair reaches about waist length, but I know in the braids it's not waist length, but I don't know where my hair is in the braid. So I'm just going to cut at waist length and see where it is. And then the next one I'll cut higher. It's always best to play it safe. If you know that your hair is short, you don't need to cut down the middle of your back. You can cut a lot higher, but I know when my hair is straight, it's waist length. So that's where I'm going to start first, and then I'll move up once I know where my hair is. So that's the first piece that I just went ahead and cut, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these curly pieces out just because they're just going to get in the way. And I'm honestly so sad that I have to cut these because I really enjoyed these curly pieces. And I was low-key hoping that I would be able to reuse them. But there's no way. There's no way. They are so naughty. They are so naughty. All right. So once you've cut your braid, you're then going to take a comb, or you can use your fingernails, and start undoing your braids. So having short hair and long braids is such a good combo. You can literally cut like half of this off and start unbraiding your hair. I can in certain areas, like around my nape. I've seen too many horror stories where girls accidentally cut their real hair. All right, you guys. So now that I'm getting close to the end of the braid or finish removing the braid, just gonna slide out the last bit. So there we go, that's out. And my table is full of hair. I did go ahead and stand in the mirror and remove or cut out all of the curly pieces. So now we're left with my real hair. So what I'm going to do is kind of just lightly make sure that there's no braiding hair left. And this is where you want to go in and spray your hair with a little bit of water and maybe a little bit of a conditioner or a pre-poo so you can gently detangle that section of hair. So I'm just going to go in with a spray bottle of water and just do maybe about 2 spritz of it. I don't really want to like soak down my hair. I don't want my hair to shrink up or anything like that. I just want to remove any shedded hair that may be there. So that's what I did, and I kind of just worked the water through my hair. And back here isn't knotty at all. Usually where I have the knots and the tangles is like the hairline, because that's the area where I'm constantly, or not constantly, but I'm always like refreshing, adding mousse and gel and oil to like refresh it, especially when it starts to get really old. Once I hit the 4-week mark, I was really like trying to make sure that my hair stayed neat. If I do feel like my hair needs a little bit of a pre-poo or some conditioner, I will just go in just ever so lightly. Honestly, it's just a small section of my hair, so you just need like a pea-size amount. Rub it between your fingers and smooth that through the section of hair. And use your fingers to remove any shedded hair. So that's literally what I'm doing, just removing shedded hairs. And that's it. You just repeat the same steps all around your head. When I get towards the front, I will really show you guys what I do, because the front is really, I'm sure it's probably a lot harder to work with versus the rest of my hair. Like I said, I don't touch up the rest of my hair. The front is where I really work in the product to make sure everything is nice and neat. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I managed to get half of my head done last night. And it's 8:30 in the night. I don't know when I'm gonna finish my hair. I got most of it out, and I want to say I got it out in about 4 hours. I did stop a lot to eat, to pick up Amari, feed him, all of that nighttime stuff. I was able to get half of it done. So now I got this to do, and then it's time for wash day. I pretty much followed the same process. I cut my hair, and as I made my way around my head, I was able to cut more and more once I figured out where the hair was. So I kind of want to do braids up front for you guys, so you guys can see if my hair is tangled and what I do to detangle it. So I'm just going to measure the hair on the other side, make sure that I'm not chopping off my hair, because I do feel like I went a little short in one area. So we're just going to go ahead and cut it right here. So that braid has been cut. So what I've been doing to kind of speed up the process, I kind of place the braid on my chest. I take my white tooth comb and I comb that braid. Then I just start unbraiding. Just dragging my finger through it and unbraiding. And that's it. It doesn't take too long. So I'm no longer going in and cutting out the boho or the curly pieces. That just takes up too much time, and they just slide out once you get to them, which you will see. Once you get to a curly piece, they honestly just fall out. So you don't even have to cut them out. They just slide out just like that. Really easy. So I would say do something while you are unbraiding your hair. Watch a show. I am watching Love is Blind UK. That has been keeping me distracted. And yeah, it's helped me get through half of my head. So I quickly just want to see if I can actually find my hair in this. It's really hard. Oh, there's my hair. Okay, now I can see it. With these bright lights, I can see where my hair is. So you guys saw I cut here and my hair is right here. So I could have cut a lot higher. A good maybe 4 inches higher, but I like to be safe. All right, you guys, so this is what I'm left with once the braiding hair is out. So my hair is kind of matted together. So what I do is I take my spray bottle and just a quick little spritz there, kind of smooth it into the hair so that way it's nice and damp. You can also go in with your pre-poo or your conditioner and add just a small amount of that onto that section, and then begin separating the hair. This is the area where you're gonna have like a lot of buildup. You're gonna have some lint. So yeah, you wanna be very careful with the front of your hairline and remove all shedded hairs. And that's what I do for every section. I kind of go through with my fingers, smooth it through, separate the hair. This only takes about a minute to do, or not even, maybe 30 seconds to do, to make sure all the shedded hair is out. So I do see a ball of shedded hair. If you guys can see that right there. So this is why we do this, so that way we're not hopping into the shower with knots and tangles in our hair. And you just gently remove the hair that is stuck. And there we go. There's our ball of shedded hair. So mind you, I had these braids in for a total of 8 weeks. And you lose about 50 to 100 strands a day. 60 days times 50 strands. It's a lot of hair. You're going to lose a lot of hair. So here is some more hair that's coming out. This is shedded hair. So you guys can see I do lose hair. Also, my hair is quite long, so it looks like a lot when I ball it up. So I just go through and make sure to remove all of my shedded hairs. You guys can see that is the front section. There is no lint, no matting, no knots. It's all been taken care of. If you line up the comb properly, it can really work for you. Sometimes it gets stuck. And I think it's because of the boho pieces gets caught in the comb, so it doesn't work as well sometimes. With regular knotless braids, it works really well. And I don't have to do much unbraiding with my hand. It works really, really well with just the comb.
Are you going back and forth? I can't keep up with your mood swings. What is troubling your mind? Are you doing this just to test me? I'm bad at handling this type of thing.
All right, you guys, I'm on the very last braid. Why has this taken me so many days to take down? I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we're on the last braid. And then I'm going to show you guys how I kind of go through all of my hair and detangle it and pretty much prep it for wash day, which will probably happen tomorrow because I'm just not in the mood to do my hair today. All right, you guys, so now that all of the braiding hair is out of my head, it's time to section off my hair so that way I can lightly detangle before getting in the shower. So I'm going to split my hair in maybe 4 sections. All right, you guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how I do this. So I'm just going to do the front here, split it into 2. So I'm working in 8 sections just because my hair is quite thick. So pretty much I just go in with my fingers and see if there's any chunky pieces that need to be split. And I only do this if I feel like my hair can handle it. If not, then I would go in with some water, spritz my hair, and then I go in with my pre-poo, get a generous amount of that, and work it through the section. So now I can go in and kind of separate the hair a little bit. Make sure there's no chunky pieces before I take my white tooth comb and do some detangling. So I'm just going to start with the ends and move up. I'm not going to like do a lot of detangling because I'm going to do that in the shower with conditioner in my hair. But it's just a light detangle to get most of the tangles out, which my hair feels pretty good in this section. The back had a little bit more tangles, but I just did the same thing. Start with the ends, work my way up, and I'm seeing a bit of a knot here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's probably some shedded hairs. And then I kind of take my hands from my roots and kind of slide it down to get out any shedded hairs, which I have some here. And that's pretty much it. So that's what I do outside of the shower. When I get in the shower, then it's a completely different story. I shampoo and detangle with conditioner in my hair. Now that this section is done, I'm just going to split it in 2 and twist it up. And then I'm going to move on to the next section. So I'm just going to do the same thing all around my head. Add some water, my pre-poo, finger detangle first. Detangle with my white tooth comb, and then remove my shedded hairs if I see any. Twist up and move on. And that's it. Really, really simple. It does take some time. I couldn't do all of this in one day. I mean, I probably could, like if I did not have any responsibilities. If I start early, I could get it all done in one day, but it's just a lot. So I tried to break it up into 2 days. For whatever reason, this is taking me 4 days to do, which is just insane. But yeah, so there you go. That's one section done. I'm going to move on to this one.